So I saw this tweet today. What is the greatest three album run of all time? And one immediately went to my brain. First off, strong, Mariah Carey's Merry Christmas album. This is the greatest Christmas album of all time. I don't care. The classic, All I Want for Christmas Is You, that she wrote, by the way. Go stream, go support, go buy. Yup, best Christmas song of all time. What a moment. I never get tired of the song. I do not care. You also have a rendition of Oh Holy Night, which is surely something that is bone chilling whenever you listen to it. I mean, my God, she just ate everyone else up. And her arrangement is so popular because it doesn't sound like it's from 1812. Like, thank God for that. I really like her rendition of Joy to the World. The live version, though, I will say that I do think that it edges out the studio version. Jesus, Oh, What a Wonderful Child. Miss You Most at Christmas Time, which is another original. She also wrote a song called Jesus Born on This Day. Yeah, this is the perfect Christmas album. And if you haven't listened to it already, you must. Yeah, phenomenal vocals and arrangements by her. Songwriting on here on the song she did right was top tier. So, you really do love to see it. Then she follows it up with the pop masterpiece known as Daydream. This album houses hits such as Fantasy, and she also did the remix with ODB as well, and then she had Always Be My Baby, and she had One Sweet Day. You combine all the songs together, it spent 6 months top the Billboard Hot 100 chart, just for those three songs, mind you. And Underneath the Stars is definitely one of my favorite Mariah songs. Technically, it was a single, but they did it dirty. Oh, Tommy Mottola is evil. But anyway, I also really love what she did with a song like Melt Away, for example. I think Long Ago is a very underrated track on this album. So, yeah, there's a lot of great moments. She was really cooking. And then, whenever you think about like looking in and about how that was really a look into her life at that moment, I'm shocked that she was even able to get that on the album. But a very lush production, incredible songwriting by Mariah, of course. And the singing and the vocal arrangements on here are incredible. So, I can't really ask for much more from this album. Definitely one of my pop Bibles, one of the most influential pop albums of all time, I fear, and one of the best pop eras of all time. And then lastly, of course, I have to say her Butterfly album. I mean, she was really building off what she did with Daydream at the time. We have a lot more personal songwriting on here on songs like The Roof, Close My Eyes, on Butterfly, of course, which is one of my favorites. Breakdown with Crazy Bone and Wishbone has to be one of her best songs ever and just brilliant. I love Baby Doll, Honey, and the sample incorporated on that were definitely top tier. I mean, this is just her best album, and it's really just an immaculate work of art. Like, if you listen to any of these songs a cappella, it will blow your mind. And I completely forgot to talk about 4th of July, which is another one of my favorite Mariah songs. So, yeah, this album just has too many highlights to name. You also have My All, which is a huge fan favorite as well. So, yeah, it just doesn't really get much better than this. The production in here phenomenal. The album cover, the era, yeah, she did exactly what needs to be done. So, this is my first pick, but I saw another good one in the comments. So, I'll give them this one. I'll give them this one. This was a pretty good 3 album run, in my opinion. We have The Beatles, Rubber Soul, which houses, some of my favorite songs, such as Michelle. I really like Drive My Car for what it's worth. You have In My Life, so, that's definitely a favorite. And then you have the Revolver album, and I really love Here, There, and Everywhere. Eleanor Rigby is definitely a classic as well, so a lot to love off that album, and that's when they really kicked it into high gear as well with the experimentation. And yeah, I think it kind of slowly went, really, Rubber Soul was really the blueprint, and then they kind of got into it more on Revolver, and the album cover is cool. Sgt. Pepper was just really them taking all this experimentation and the psychedelic music to a next level with songs like Within You Without You, for example. You have A Day in the Life, which is regarded as the best Beatles song, though I disagree. I do respect the pick, I will say. And I really like Fixing a Hole. There's also Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite. So, again, a lot to love. So, those are my picks. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below in the comments.